huge news is Jezebel, one of the biggest Team Amber Heard media outlets out there, has just gone bankrupt. That's right, they are done. Nobody else is going to pick them up. They have gone down in flames. Now, we're talking about a site here that continually targeted Johnny Depp, trying to get the man fired from anything he did, putting out over 500 hit piece type articles targeting Johnny Depp alone, while their staff openly bragged about the terrible things that they themselves had done to men, because there would never be any accountability. It's funny too, because just like Vice Media, BuzzFeed News, and others, they went full in targeting anyone for Amber Heard. Well, guess what? They're all gone now. That's right. They have been erased. You and I, we're going to talk about that today too. This really is fun times. Oh, it is fun times indeed. All right, so hey there to all you fine folks on this fine day. By the way, I hope you are doing excellently. So talk about a huge loss to Team Amber Heard here. I mean, this is the third major shill site for Team AH that has gone down in less than a year. And you'll notice 218 articles tagging in Amber Heard. Oh yeah, they were all about her and going after men. Now, this site went out of its way to utterly destroy Johnny Depp and anybody that talked about Amber Heard or talk about not listening and believing, to the point they would put out hit pieces like this. They aimed one of these at myself too, but look at this. Dior, supposed feminist brand, awards Johnny Depp the biggest men's fragrance deal in history. And look at how this is geared here. I want to show you some of this, with them saying things like Dior's creative director recently spoke out on the importance of dismantling the patriarchy in fashion, and even rolled out "we should all be feminist t-shirts," essentially saying, oh man, why would you stand with a man? And make no mistake, that is their brand, with them crafting words like himpathy, H-I-M-pathy, instead of sympathy, saying, how dare you side with a man? And with their staff writing articles like this, and this is real, by the way, quote, "Have you ever beat up a boyfriend because, we have." Now, I want to read you this too, because I want you to understand what Team Amber Heard actually looks like, what they back, and more, with this article saying, women, they can virtually do everything that men can these days. They can be lawyers, doctors, rocket scientists, fly helicopters in combat, riding horses in the Kentucky Derby, and oh yeah, they can physically accost their spouses or their partners. Even more than that, they say, according to a study of relationships that engage non-reciprocal violence, meaning, one partner is not doing to the other, a whopping 70% are perpetrated by women. So basically, that means that girls are beating up their boyfriends and their husbands, and that dudes aren't fighting back. And with Amy Winehouse busting a can of whoop on her husband last week, we decided to conduct an informal survey of the Jezebels, their staff, they're talking about their staff, to see who's gotten violent with their men. And after reviewing these answers, let's just say that it'd be wise to never with us. So they're bragging about it, and look what they brag about here. When I read this, you can understand why they back Amber Heard, because really, they don't care what she did. She's a reflection of who they are. Quote, "One Jezebel got into it with a dude when they were breaking up, while another Jez went nuts," that's their descriptor, went nuts on her guy and began violently shoving him. So not just shoving him, but violently shoving him. One of your editors heard her boyfriend flirting on the phone with another girl, so she slapped the phone out of his hand and hit him in the face and neck. quote-unquote partially open-handed. Another editor slapped a guy in, and this is disturbing, not just what happened, but look at the comment that they put with it. When he told me he thought he had breast cancer, and they put in parentheses there, okay, that one made us laugh. And it not only made them laugh, it made them laugh really hard. And lastly, one Jez punched a steady in the face and broke his glasses. He had discovered a sex story she was writing about another dude on her laptop, so he picked it up and threw it, and that's when she socked him. He was totally asking for it. Now, apparently, saying stuff like that while trying to destroy a Johnny Depp, backing an Amber Heard, attacking people like myself and people like you. You know, they've attacked loads of people. Yeah, that doesn't sell. It doesn't get you an audience. And I love this statement here. Why? Because they give all these platitudes and then they tell you the real deal. Listen to this. It's worth it. It has 2 parts. I'll read it fast. As of this week, we are making the very, very difficult decision to suspend publication of Jezebel. Few decisions over the course of the career have been as excruciating, and I want to make it clear this in no way is a reflection of the Jezebel editorial staff. Remember this, by the way. It's not a reflection, but they'll come back to that. They have had many successes over the past year or so and continue to do great work in difficult times. To an individual, the Jezebel team has worked to meet and exceed their audience's needs and wants. Now remember that too, audience. They're an incredibly important time for the core topics of the site. Their urgent breakthrough coverage of reproductive rights in the post-Roe era, as well as other key issues core to the modern woman, you know, like smacking around your boyfriend, affirmed the brand's storied legacy as a website that changed women's media forever. Now listen to this part. Unfortunately, though, our business model and the audiences we serve across our network did not align with Jezebel's, aka, nobody wanted to read this, and when they became clear, we undertook an expensive search for a new, perhaps better home that might ensure Jezebel a path forward. It became a personal mission of Leah Goldman, who worked tirelessly on the project, talking with over 24 potential buyers. It is a testament to Jezebel's heritage and bona fides that so many players engaged us. Still, despite every effort, we cannot find Jez a new home. Nobody gave a crap. I haven't given up on Jezebel. I love this part too. Media is nothing if not resilient. So are its practitioners. I will keep you apprised if any circumstances change. With the suspension, so they go from we haven't given up to suspension of Jezebel's operations, we must unfortunately part ways with the incredibly talented editorial staff. So that staff they told you about, yeah, they're all fired. I want to thank the site's team, both past and present, for their dedication, fearless voices, and indelible contributions to our culture. You changed the game. Yeah, now hit the bricks. Team Heard has been throwing an absolute fit about this too. I mean, it is something to behold, and especially when you consider this isn't the only loss they've had. I mean, they lost Jezebel, but they also lost Vice Media. That was another big one. BuzzFeed News, yeah, they've tumbled down in less than a year. All of these places, they keep falling apart, and they're going to continue doing it because people, they are sick and tired of them. But that, what a freaking win here. But anyway, let me know what you think about this. And as always, appreciate the heck out of you. You make this stuff work. Thank you. Can't say that enough. Want to help out the channel? Links are in the description. Share this too. And thank you.